It's tremendous belief-wise, but we got to believe no matter what. You know, it can't be just because it's a quarter of the second half. We do believe in two, like we do. I don't give a darn what down it is or what quarter it is or what time of day it is. We do truly believe in what he's capable of doing with this offense. We just got to make sure we keep him in the right situations and protect him, because shoot, he's a baller. He's a now player. He's a today player that young men want to play with. Receivers are calling from all around the country, want to play with him as well. So, you know, they're encouraging him not to look down the street too far, like we all are encouraging him, because we understand what's coming. If you can't see what's coming with CU football, you've lost your mind. You're just a flat-out hater if you can't see what's going on and what's going to transpire over the next several months. Something's wrong with you.
The man claiming God as his motivating force invited the gangster rap world to his locker room, to his sidelines, to Boulder, Colorado, and everywhere. This has everything to do with uplifting himself and other elites. Oh, God told me to do this, God that. The entire, on the sidelines, Lil Wayne, Key Glock, The Rock, Master P, Offset, the whole rap community, the whole gangster rap community. That's who Deion front and centered for all of Boulder, Colorado.
We all know that in the sports world and in the media, there are a lot of people who take issue with what Deion Sanders is doing out in Colorado. But one of the most annoying and disrespectful people in the media who've been hating on Coach Prime is none other than Jason Whitlock. See, Jason Whitlock holds himself out to be some kind of defender of all things Christian. Yet what he's doing is anything but being a Christian man. And he definitely doesn't seem like he's an advocate for most black men. You will seldom see Jason Whitlock being an advocate for any black man. And in fact, unless a black man is doing exactly what he thinks they should be doing or living the life that he thinks they should be living, he really attacks them. And I don't have any problem in this era of wokeness in saying that because of two things. One, I'm black, and number two, I'm a Christian. And because of that, I have no idea, well, maybe I do have an idea. I have an opinion as to what's going on with Jason Whitlock. My opinion, which I believe is based upon a lot of the things he has posted, is giving me a good indication why he's been so disrespectful, so full of disdain about everything regarding Deion Sanders. And I know it's not about the Colorado football team, because he's already stated that he really doesn't have any interest in Colorado football. Knowing all this and seeing what he's been posting allows me to put together an hypothesis, a guess, an opinion as to what exactly the problem that Jason Whitlock has with Deion Sanders. So be sure to stay to the end of this video, because I'm going to tell you exactly what I think it is. But first, let me tell you how we got here. Jason Whitlock has done everything, including questioning the way that Deion Sanders dresses. He's questioned his masculinity. He's even questioned as to whether or not Deion Sanders is an actual Christian. He questioned the guy's foundation of faith. He's even insulted Deion's sons and the way that he's parented his children. He's even gone as far as saying that the refs against USC cheated in order to help Deion Sanders. And now he's ramping things up to another level. Let me show you. So here's an article that Jason Whitlock wrote and posted on The Blaze, and it's just out there. It's titled, "Taylor Swift and Deion Sanders are reshaping football. Should we stop them?" Not sure who we is or how you intend on stopping anybody, but that's the title of the article. So I've highlighted a few paragraphs I want to bring to your attention. And there's a picture that says, Deion Sanders and Taylor Swift are the doctors assigned to perform the gender-affirming surgery on America's pastime. They're the pop culture icons being used to sever football completely from its traditional roots. Sanders and Swift are the two biggest stories in football. Neither will take the field. Sanders, an all-time great athlete, is a celebrity college coach. His 3-2 last-place Pac-12 Colorado Buffaloes are the main draw in college football. Everybody loves Coach Prime. Black celebrities flock to one of the whitest places in America to stand on the sideline next to Deion. Not sure why he even had to say that. Let's continue. Swift, of course, is a pop music star. She's 2 weeks into an arranged relationship with Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. He has no idea if that's true. Many of us do understand that might be the case, but he has no idea to make a declaratory statement like that. Sunday night, NBC opened its broadcast of the Chiefs-Jets game with Carson Daly explaining football to Swifties, Taylor's legion of fans. This year, thanks to Sanders and Swift, the players on the field matter less than the celebrities on the sidelines. This is all by design. It's part of the feminization movement. I can't think of a more masculine guy than Deion Sanders, and he thinks it's a feminization movement. It's part of making football more like basketball. The entrance into the locker room is now a fashion show runway. The games take a backseat to the promotion of consumerism, and Deion hawks designer glasses at nearly every press conference. Merchandising has always been a part of the marketing of the NFL, so I'm not really sure what the heck Jason Whitlock is talking about. Sanders and Swift are mostly unaware, so they're just walking around zombies, of how they're being used to decouple football from Christian values, national patriotism, and top-down military authority. They just know the money is good. Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me with that sentence? That's just so insane. I don't know what's happened to Jason Whitlock. They're well compensated and highly celebrated useful idiots. Could you be more pompous? Their role in the 2023 football season isn't some sort of organic surprise. It's orchestrated and well planned. It's at least 30 years in the making. And then he goes off the deep end here. Professional football has always been a virtue signal. No, virtual signaling didn't even come out until the last couple years. Roger Goodell and the powers that be are simply changing the frequency to a signal that attracts the secular, the globalist, and the revolutionaries. Being a Christian, now understand he just qualified his statements, I don't like the change. I can easily see the damaging consequences of this radical cultural shift. It's another step, perhaps the final step towards cultural Marxism. Well, in Marxism, there aren't really millionaires, are there? Or billionaires? It doesn't make any sense, Jason. Football is the last powerful force in television. I'll agree with that. It's the only content that still drives large ratings and still brings a group of American citizens together across the political and racial spectrum. Football was the only conservative institution the left had so far failed to conquer and reshape. Do you see what Jason's trying to do here? He's trying to turn everything into a manifestation of wokeness. Deion Sanders is just a guy coaching football, got his team out there, marketing his team to the best of his ability. Taylor Swift, on the other hand, she is a international megastar selling records. And yes, she's an entertainer. She's acting. I have no idea what her personal beliefs are, and frankly, I don't care. The reason, in my opinion, why Jason Whitlock is doing all this is because it is absolutely personal to him. But it's more personal than you might think. Jason Whitlock just doesn't have disdain for Coach Prime. It goes way deeper than that. In my opinion, I think that Jason Whitlock feels that people like Deion Sanders and Taylor Swift are satanic. If you truly believe that someone is a satanic vessel, you act like Jason Whitlock. If you truly believe that you're fighting evil forces, you act like Jason Whitlock. In my opinion, I really think in his heart that Jason Whitlock feels that people like Deion Sanders, Taylor Swift, are all agents of the Antichrist and must be exposed and stopped. This isn't about football. This isn't about coaching. I feel that Jason Whitlock feels like we're living in the end times and that the battle is upon us. In my opinion, he believes that you have to pick a side at this point. In furtherance of my opinion, I now believe that Jason Whitlock believes that we are now in a good versus evil war. And in that regard, he may very well be right. I believe that Jason Whitlock is so wrapped up in his pomposity that he feels he is entitled to pick the teams that are on the good and evil squads. However, Jason Whitlock, you don't get to define the teams in this war. You don't get to determine who is good and evil based upon your definition. But obviously, one of the things we've seen, he's going to keep trying. He's got a big audience, a lot of people listen to him, and right now he figures he's attacking Deion Sanders in a righteous way. I hope that Coach Prime doesn't even respond and doesn't fall into that trap. I feel that Jason Whitlock is a good guy. I think he means well, but he's picked a fight with the wrong person. I could be wrong. I don't think Deion Sanders is a satanic vessel, but hey, What do I know? Maybe I'm wrong. I'd love to hear your comments and what you think about the ongoing attacks by Jason Whitlock against people like Taylor Swift and Deion Sanders. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.
Because I'm the only one putting any pressure on Deion. I'm the only one applying any resistance to Deion. Man, this is not personal. I'm telling you, I want Deion to be successful, and that's why I'm going to continue to stay on his rear end and try to whip him into shape and into a mentality that works over the long haul, because everybody that's affirming everything that he's doing eventually is going to destroy him, and we could be looking at Mel Tucker 2.0 because we haven't applied the proper pressure and resistance on Deion. Pressure makes diamonds. Deion needs some, he's gonna get it from me.